Alright, so to this video, we're just gonna, I think, open up our Christmas spirit shop. We got ourselves 2042 Christmas spirit. Let's see if we can buy it. Yes, we can buy it. So choose either winter scarf or winter hat. Go for winter scarf for now. Confirm, and there we go. So one thing I didn't realize with skilling pets is that you need to have, it's basically experience based rather than time based. So the more XP you can get, the sooner the better. But we already have crafting unlocked. We're gonna first lock current slayer and farming. Once we get members again, we'll just redo that, but we're going to focus more on getting some cooking challenges. Let's see, some prayer challenges. I don't know if prayer challenges. There we go. And there we go. We have our preferences. So I figured in order to train cooking and prayer, at the very least it would help to have some urns. For prayer, those would be infernal urns, or maybe not for prayer actually, because there are different ways to do that. But definitely with not clay, but cooking urns, that would definitely help a lot. So I'm going to make about 100 or so, and then just see where it goes from there. So it looks like the extended daily challenges are just going to be for the rest of this month. They're not actually going to be permanent, so it kind of sucks. I'm sorry, it actually says the rest of this week, not month. Looks like the cremation ability is going to work for this challenge. And that's all our daily challenges completed. And now back to the crafting guild. So the purpose of mining clay rocks as a non-iron is that basically urns just don't really sell well in the GE, right? It's a pretty low volume trade item, even though it's really useful in helping get that extra XP in whatever skill that that urn is for. Alright, so you can see here we have 104 plain cooking urns. We're just going to add some runes to them now. And there we go, we have some plain cooking urns, 104 with our 5 runes attached. So for any of you wondering how to save presets, it's very simple. You just open up your bank here, click on settings, click on whatever preset you want to set. We're going to overwrite this preset here. Let's figure out what our preset is. Let's see, this preset here. Alright, this is our cooking preset. Now we're just going to overwrite. And our preset has been saved. So we have our plain cooking urns. And every time we open up a preset, it's going to open up. It's actually going to try to search for plain cooking urns in our bank, but it's not going to work. So for example, if I did something like load last preset, or well, not load last preset because, actually let's see what happens when we load last preset. Okay, nothing happens. So preset saved. And I think if it goes below 104, then it should kind of have some sort of error message, but it should work regardless. It's not going to affect your gameplay. So I'm thinking actually over some of the goals I've set for his accounts. Now, one of the goals I've set concerns PVM. Specifically, I specifically said that I wouldn't go for the mole pet. I would go for the mole, clingy mole, rather. I think with the drop tables from Revenants, for example, they're basically the same as the Chaos Elemental, except the Chaos Elemental has the Elite Pet. KBZ, again, I actually have a Visage drop from there in my Slayer log. So, for the sake of not going too much into RNG, as for the Revenants, I believe that I'm instead going to go for 10,000 Revenant kills and just see what sort of corrupt weapons we can get from that. Now, I actually did some calculations. If you add up the chances of getting all the corrupt dragon equipment in free-to-play, it corresponds roughly to about one piece and about 700 to 750 kills, but I guess if you just extrapolate that out, 10,000 in theory you should be able to get 12 or more of these dragon weapons, and hopefully, ideally by that time you could get a unique for all of them, but you could also go really dry. You could go for several tens of thousands of kills without getting a particular drop, which is not something I'm really keen on doing, so that's one change I think I'll be making to this series. So as for earning a 1 bill in free-to-play, I'm definitely going to need to be able to flip actually in free-to-play. Or rather, well, flipping is an excellent skill to use regardless of what membership status you are. Now, I remember from a couple years ago there was a series from OSRS flipping called, I guess, Road to... Or basically he was just trying to get max set in free-to-play, the most expensive gear in free-to-play OSRS possible. That came out to about 55 million old school, which is about 1 mil old school is about 10 mil RS3, so if you do the math, it's about over 500 mil in free-to-play. Now the problem is that I think there are more high-value items on OSRS free to play than RS3 free to play. That's because OSRS free to play has the gilded rune sets and the gilded monk robes and so forth. Although I've never really actually done a calculation as to whether this is the truth that they have more of items that are being sold. But yeah, so if I do go for one bill, I'm definitely going to need some practice. I'll try to get involved in more different kinds of flipping, like for example, inactive flipping or short-term investing, or possibly even long-term investing. There's a really great guide out for a couple of years now from the YouTuber Merch, but unfortunately, about 5 or 6 years ago, he had to shut down the, live drafts that we're using for RS3. But yeah, his videos are still up there. I'll link some of them in the description if you're interested. Alright, so we just got 2000 Christmas Spirit, and let's unlock our final unlock, the winter hat. Buy one, confirm, and there we go. We have a winter hat. Oh my god, finally we got our Clingy Mole. Yes! There we go, let's pick it up. I was watching a video on, actually ironically it was old school flipping. I was watching this video in the free-to-play series, and then the pop-up just showed up. I didn't get it, or wasn't able to capture it, but yeah, we got our Clingy Mole. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, our Clingy Mole is in our activity tracker. And that's 400 giant moles killed in hard mode. Very nice. Alright, so we have 872 boss kills. Let's hopefully get that to about 900 in the next, day or two. So another thing I want to talk about is that if you've done the quest Extinction in pay to play, and you unlock I believe it's the dive ability that's different from bladed dive. If you go to free to play, it will actually carry over and work in free to play. So I'll show you an example. We have our Keybound U here. Look here. I'll basically dive. Now, it's been like this for months now. Another glitch I found out some time ago was that if you do Tyler Hard Diaries, then the Make Deposit box in the Crafting Guild becomes usable. There's not a use in the left click it, or use for like left clicking, but you can use your items on the deposit box rather. So, I haven't been using the deposit box because it just I think it takes away from the spirit of the game. But as for just the regular dive ability, Jagex has known about this for probably months now. It's really weird that they don't take the kind of measures to fix the game for, their free players. Yeah, but I should just also mention, Jagex isn't really alone in this. It's a lot of companies that just sort of kind of know their game's a little bit buggy, and as long as it's not too super game-breaking, then they'll just kind of leave it in there. Swotor is one that I'm pretty familiar with. And plus, it's been the same for Cabbage Face Punch Bonanza for over a year. Ironically, though, they did actually end up changing. So they ended up fixing a glitch with the firewalls, but they did not fix a glitch where you need at least 2 people to join at the same time to start an instance, and if you don't, it'll just sort of kick you out to the lobby. So, and we're just gonna check War Treat's shop, and we have 900 boss kills. It's gonna be a good stopping point for today, although maybe not so much for other stuff, but definitely with the boss kills. Okay, so since my graphite staff is about half charged, I'm just gonna, well, actually, I didn't have to unequip it, looks like, but I'm just gonna recharge it right here with this rewards trader guy. Let's see. Maybe I have to use it on him. Let's see. Cost, yes. 30,143 coins. Okay. Alright, and we got our fully charged staff back. Alright, so here I just found out a new method for crafting items in free to play for crafting experience. I think that looks like crafting being Dragon Hide Shield is actually a pretty decently fast moneymaker. It's not. It's currently sort of a moneymaker, but I'm just making even on these right now. But it's more or less a good kind of crafting method of training. Again, you get 272 XP per dragon shield, and the good news is that if you examine them, they actually have a really high alch value. It's much more than their GE value, so you can be pretty sure that even if your dragon hide shields don't sell immediately, they'll definitely sell for a decent chunk, I think, of that high alch value. And besides, nature runes are about 600, 700 GP each, so if you decide to alch them yourself, then you'll basically if you decide to alch it yourself, then you'll basically be making a profit if you want to trade magic that way, if you already have if you already have a magic trained that way. Well, okay, so as you can see in our GE history, we bought 1,000 dragon leather. 1,000 dragon leathers should normally make you 250 dragon hide shields, but we're using a portable crafter, and so we got 275 dragon hide shields instead. We got 1.15 mil over 1.02 mil, so that was over 100k made in about 14-15 minutes. It is a little bit intensive though. You get only like 10 seconds of AFK, but it's not such a bad method. Okay, so I actually just read on the wiki that AFKing rune smelting is actually really good money making right now. I think it's somewhere around 3 mil per hour last time I checked. Rune bars were going down a little bit in price, Luminite going up a little bit in price, but for each bar we earn about 1k in profit. So I don't know, we have to make quite a bit of we have to make quite a margin to get 3 mil an hour, but it might be possible. We'll just check it out. Should tell us how much time is elapsed every time we kind of make bars. Although it's really not going to give us too much XP though. And that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me a lot. And I'll hopefully see you all in the next episode.